with an offsuit ace-10.
One of TJ's favorite hands.
He raises to 24,000. A 6 for Ferguson.
Chris going to take that measured amount of time now.
And calls. Flop comes 6-6-6. A monster flop for Chris Ferguson. The Iron Maiden flop. Quad sixes. He checks.
With the same demeanor, and TJ's going to take a stab at this flop.
Bets 35,000.
Now look at Chris. He's doing the same thing he would do if he's going to throw away the hand if he had nothing. He wants to make sure there's no way to get a read on what he has. He has quad sixes. This is the only time in the tournament we've seen anybody flop quads. Look at Chris Ferguson. You'd never know it.
And a calm, cool, and collected call. Turn brings in 9 of spades.
Chris taking time again. Mr. Quads here. Checks again.
Ferguson's check induces another bet out of TJ.
Big one. 80,000. He's trying to get Chris to throw away ace, jack, ace, queen, or maybe a small pair of deuces, pair of threes.
TJ Cloutier has no idea what he's run into here.
Now, what's Chris going to do now? Oh, he's going all in. You see, TJ has convinced Chris that he has a hand. Chris did not believe that TJ would have put in that $80,000 bet on nothing.
Made it easy for Cloutier to lay it down.
You have the 4 of them, Chris?
TJ asked Chris if he has the 4 of them, and Chris very politely showed him that he had 4 sixes.
I knew there was something funny in this hand.
Table 3, David Singer has flopped quad sixes. Stephen Wolf has kings full.
Trouble brewing in Sin City, Lon. Are you kidding me?
My goodness. Wolf, of course, bet his full house. Singer will raise it another 25,000. And how can Wolf not come back over the top, Norman?
Well, you got it. King's full is the nuts unless your opponent has 4 sixes. What are the chances of that?
Singer just calls.
He doesn't want to scare Wolf away.
All right, so now the turn card, and it's a king. No way! Quad kings for Wolf.
Quads over quads in this hand? We're going to need a medic.
Wolf checked it over to David Singer.
Yeah, Wolf does not want to scare Singer away now. And what a disaster for David Singer.
Isn't that true? All right, so Singer, 50,000, bet to Wolf. So with his quad kings, Wolf will raise. And that will mean almost all of his stack.
I raise, why not?
And Singer will raise to put Wolf all in.
Did you raise?
And Wolf, of course, will make the call.
Let's go, baby. What am I going to do? I can't fold it.
Now, he can't fold it, but he's not going to like what he sees. Wolf lays over the quad kings. Lon, this is why people with stomach conditions do not play Omaha 8.
That is just amazing. Quad kings for Wolf over the quad sixes of David Singer.
I guess I should get away from it at some point.
And you know, as intense as he looks sometimes, Jungle Man, I mean, he is having like a great time, like being among these guys. It's kind of, for him, this is like party time.
Yeah,
right?
he's loving it.
It's like
he's
a
loving
carnival.
it. I know. I spoke to him, and I know he's a little frustrated with his live results. He hasn't really got any good live results. And he feels like he's been hard done by in a lot of events. So I think he's frustrated with that. So he's really looking to do well in this event.
So this has been raised by Patrick, second to speak, and Seaver. You know, why is it not a good spot for him to 3-bet? I mean,
because
Patrick's not really a big 4-bet bluffer, so if he does, you're in a really gross spot because he doesn't 4-bet light too much. And you can, like, there's no reason to. You're in position with a good hand. You can I mean, you can still win the pot. Oh wow!
just quads.
Ooh, big sigh of breath.
7 check.
It's going to be hard for him to make money here. If an ace or a king pops off, Seaver's definitely going to value Like, love his hand.
Just don't do it, Vanessa. Although, is it a good spot for her?
I think it's a good spot to go ahead and bet, yeah. Like, I don't think she looks like she could have a lot of pairs, a few jacks in a range and what have you. And it looks like Patrick could just be check folding, and you'd think Seaver would have bet with something. So I probably would have just took a stab there.
Right. Bet and hope for the fold.
Yeah. It's not a hard hand to play. You just bet. Like, a lot of the time, it just goes fold. Like, Patrick would probably just fold like ace-king to her there if you check, because he's got Scott behind him as well. I think Seaver would have check called, to be honest.
It always gets so weird when a guy flops quads or a full house or something, because they have to play it in a weird way.
Yeah, you have to, because he's struggling to get action. Like, I don't love this call by Scott, just because I'd expect, you know, Patrick to have bet like his bluffs on the flop and what have you. Oh, wow. He's absolutely loves this card.
Is this another chance for someone to make a sick quads check raise on Seaver?
I don't think he'll check raise here. Oh, he has done.
Seaver's gonna flip. He's gonna flip.
Oh, I feel bad for him. I just feel like here Scott has a 10 so much that I would just bet, or like some ace high, so I just bet like.
So how did you get in this? To bet 47.
Well, the deck has not been his friend today.
Patrick's like, finally, I've got it when he check. Yeah, it's a nice line by Patrick.
But now, how much is the last quads gonna have something to do with this one?
This is the problem. This is not an easy fold for Seaver as last time, I think, because he's checked back the flop and he's only called the turn. So Scott actually doesn't represent too many like strong hands. He only represents strong hands as king, queen. Maybe 10's full. But... Oh, he snap folded. Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good fold.
Careful, you almost flashed your cards.
Being dealt that hand.
Congratulations on being dealt listen to his table talk here. It's awesome.
I really like that. A lot of it is just stupid, isn't it? I mean, it's just like whoever gets the best hand wins quite a lot of the time.
He always sounds like he's rambling, Channing, but there's always something to it that he flops this.
That'd be a good flop for 2 10s. I'll check.
Check.
Me too.
Check.
There was actually, for some reason, at this time, there was a lot of needle between Channing and Goodwin. I think they were both kind of, you know, they developed a real adversarial relationship in this tournament, and Goodwin wanted to beat him so bad, and vice versa as well.
It's a pretty sick turn. Definitely going to get Goodwin into some trouble.
Yeah, I don't know why he's raised here. I mean, part of it might be a little bit frustration, or is he trying to actually induce a bluff, you think?
35,000.
I don't understand. Maybe the pot's just he just wants to get some more money in the pot, because he's got, you know, figures Neil won't fold much, might not even fold ace high, so he's just trying to get some money in the pot.
270. They're 20s, yeah? Okay.
This is like the widow's spider. Channing loves this spot more than any in the world, where he can just make someone squirm later on.
I think everybody loves this spot, though, when you've got the nuts and you're getting raised.
This hand, I think this tournament took place like 2 months after Neil won the Irish Open, so he was in blinding form here. As well as Goodwin was, like you're saying it was as well. He had the big sponsorship deal. And
I love all the Hollywood acting going on with Neil.
All in.
You raised all in.
Interesting way for Neil to play this.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, cool. You cool?
Yeah.
He doesn't take too much time. Nobody thinks, if he's snaked it, he's snaked it. That's it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's a sick hand, really, in a final table.
That's brutal.
The action at table 2, Billy Gazes has top 2 pair. He's in a hand with Karan O'Leary, who paired his 10. Andrew Ferguson with nothing. Check the river, but they're all crushed by Tony Rosert, who flopped quad deuces. Action on Billy Gazes.
This hand was checked on the flop and on the turn. Unfortunately for Gazes, he's made aces up.
And he bets 500. Action on Rosert now, and he's going to make it 1,500 with 4 twos.
By the way, since this is a day of apologies, let me just give a blanket I'm sorry to all of my ex-wives.
Karan O'Leary now with a pair of 10s. He wants to play, but he'll fold, as does Ferguson. Now Gazes needs 1,000 to call, and he does make that call. Aces up versus Roserts.
Wow.
4 deuces.
I was done with it.
Then why'd you call?